Hello everyone, welcome back to Toyota Talk. On today's video we're going to be going over this 2023 Toyota Crown. This is a platinum model and it has it's finished in the magnetic gray metallic, sort of a metallic gray color. You can't really see the metallic too much, not really that sunny of a day here in Ontario, in Orangeville. But yeah, let's get right into it. So as I said, this is a 2023 Toyota Crown Platinum. So a couple specific things that the Platinum model has. You can see the parking sensors on the side of the front bumper, as well as on the actual front bumper. Really interesting design this car is. So it's sort of like a lifted sedan. So quite a bit taller than a Camry, a lot more ground clearance than a Camry. Helps with sort of ease getting in and out of the vehicle, as well as this one is all-wheel drive. All of the models for Canada are all-wheel drive, but this one a little bit more ground clearance for going over snow, winter driving, things like that. This does actually have a 21-inch aluminum alloy, so really nice wheel design. You can see the power folding mirrors as soon as you unlock the vehicle. They all come with this sort of body side molding down the side of the car. Your touch sensitive door handles, so you can lock and unlock the car. And the rear door handles actually have that same smart key capabilities. So you can see the sensors there, as well as here to lock and unlock. Not many Toyotas have that on their rear door handles. It's normally only on the front two. So the Platinum does come with the Hybrid Max powertrain. So 340 horsepower turbo 4-cylinder. So it's a 2.4 liter 4-cylinder turbocharged, and then also has the hybrid assist to it. So we just got this in the other day. This will be one of our demonstrator models for test drives and things like that. So because it is a sedan, really large trunk, sort of like an executive sedan, you could call it. So quite a lot of room there. Your little handles here to lower down those back seats if you wanted. The pass-through there, you can see. We did put a cargo liner in here. Your carpet mats, the winter mats are already in place. And you could just close this back down. On the back here, your actual backup camera. There is also a camera washer. So that little nozzle there. And then that would just be the button to open and close this. So really nice styling. Definitely a sharp looking car. We'll see what the feedback is from customers. As I said, this one just landed. There's only a few dealers in Ontario that have gotten these yet. Again, this is Orangeville Toyota, as you probably know from some of my previous videos. So heated rear seats, you have your JBL sound system, so speakers actually on the door panels. There's 2 speakers on the rear doors, as well as on the front. You can see on the front A-pillar some more that we'll go over. So really awesome looking interior. Definitely Toyota's sort of most luxurious vehicle. You can see the dual sunroof. The glass won't actually open, so just the sunshade you can open and close. So here, let's put that straight. So cup holders in the center, that opens up. USB Type-C charger ports, there's 2 of them for the back seats. Really like this sort of bronze stitching around the seats, sort of piping, I guess. It's on the headrests as well. It's really nice soft leather, nice materials sort of all throughout on the door card. So just a quick look at the front seat before we have a look under the hood and then actually get inside of the vehicle. So again, some really nice leather on the door, that same sort of bronze piping accent material, lock, unlock, and then your window controls. So the floor mats, you see Toyota Crown. So power seat on the passenger side, the driver's side power with lumbar. And then a similar sort of design is what the Venza has actually. These are built in Japan, just like the Venzas are too. A really interesting, just really nice looking car. Very sort of luxury as far as Toyota goes. Little glove box. So we put a dash cam on this car. You can see it on the top of the windshield there. Your rear view mirror, that's in the center. JBL sound system, I mentioned that. The speakers on the front A-pillars. There's volume dial right in the very center. Your climate controls. And this is interesting here. So this center console is a button on this side, or there's a button on this side. So sort of a double hinge. You can see the little hinge mechanism there. some charger ports, power accessory ports. Wireless charging pad is actually right up here. Some more USB ports, some storage. So a quick look under the hood. Your hood release right here. So your strut, the actual prop will be just on the hood. Just put that down, one of those little compartments there. So I mentioned the turbo 4-cylinder, so you can see the little engine cover, turbo written on the front there. All of the sort of hybrid assist off to the side. Your fuses and relay boxes, your air filter. We'll actually get inside of the car now. So I already mentioned the power driver's seat, passenger side, very similar. So a lot of controls over here. Your fuel, trunk release, your hood release, we already looked under there. Little up and down switch, that's for your brightness, for the actual gauge cluster. Your odometer, trip counter. This is for your heating elements for the windshield wipers. Automatic high beams. Your steering wheel is just manually adjustable. Paddle shifter is actually on the back of the steering wheel. A lot more controls on the steering wheel as well as in the center. And then on the door, your memory seating, position 1, position 2. Power folding mirrors, this is for your actual mirror. Window locks, door locks. All very familiar for most new Toyotas, but some of the stuff is definitely different. See the crown badging on the center. So the vehicle will come with remote starter. So it'll be 3 clicks on the lock button. And then you can see the lights flash, then you can actually let go of it. So the car will stay on for 10 minutes like this. The whole time that it's on, it is locked. So there's no way to actually get into the car while it's remote started. So I'll actually put on the screen right now. There is also the Remote Connect, so part of the Toyota app. This is one of the first new Toyotas to have the digital key. So you can actually start the car, lock the car. You can actually drive the car just with your cell phone. So you don't actually need to carry around the key any longer with you. So you can have, I believe it's up to 7 users on that. So this is what the key looks like here. So on the back, Toyota Crown. But yeah, I'll put that on the screen right now so you can see what I'm talking about. And again, the car's still running. So digital gauge cluster. That center radio won't be on right now just because the car isn't actually sort of ready to drive. It's just ready from the remote starter. So now that we're inside the car, foot on the brake, press the start button. So it just takes a second for everything to come into life. So your fuel economy, your actual speedometer. The hybrids have always had this, not really a tachometer, but sort of on the left-hand side. So a charge, eco, or power sort of indicator. All your seatbelt warning lights at the top, just that other little icon there right here, just telling you that the roads may be a little bit icy. It's only, I believe it's in around 0 today. Yeah, -1 in Ontario, in Orangeville. So this is on, so just like any of the new Toyotas, this does have the all new Toyota multimedia. So wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto. If a phone were connected, your Bluetooth, everything would be set up there. So you can set driver's profile right now. You can see my profile it recognizes just from the other vehicles that I do drive. Personal information, Bluetooth and devices. So you can set multiple phones, general, a lot of different settings in here if you want to configure it, to your own sort of liking. Vehicle customization. So custom drive mode. So that's one thing that's new in this. So in the actual center console, you can see drive mode. So just that switch right there. So you can change, there's Sport Plus, Sport S, and then at the top, Custom. So you can configure that to yourself for how you want. So say your air conditioning, you don't really want to be economical, you want full air conditioning. The steering you want in normal, but then the suspension and powertrain you want in Sport. That's all configurable. There's also a normal and then a comfort, so sort of soften up the suspension, and then eco. So that'll be your most fuel efficient mode to be in. Again, this is 340 horsepower, so definitely a lot of power. Yeah, and then on the left-hand side of the steering wheel, this whole directional pad. So you can actually change this here. So it's all configurable, adaptive cruise. So just different screens you may want to see. That one there, you can actually see part of the navigation in the very center. So that's really, really cool. Something I've never seen on a Toyota before. If you go to settings, so adjust the brightness, Toyota Safety Sense 3.0. So there's a lot of safety features in here that you can configure. Some of them on, some of them off. Depends what, just sort of what your preference is. As well as meter settings. So if you go to hold OK, and then meter style. So you can change to a casual look, the smart look, that's what it was on. There's a tough look, so a little bit more rugged, and then sporty look. So that's all configurable in there. Meter type, you can also change that. So if you'd rather just have one center display, if you go back, you can change just to a digital readout, or if you go back again to that main sort of factory setting. So similar to the new Highlanders, new RAV4s, a lot of the newer Toyotas are coming with this digital gauge cluster. Most of the Toyotas have had a fairly big refresh in the last year or two. Your auto rain sensing wipers, automatic headlights, that's on the other side. The paddle shifters I already mentioned, your plus and minus. And on the other side of the steering wheel, all your lane assist, radar cruise control, all those controls are there. So you can turn on and off your lane assist here. So if we get back to the home menu and back out through all this. So adaptive cruise, trip information. Yeah, depends on just what you want to see in that screen. It's very customizable. And then all your climate controls. So a lot of climate controls here. So one thing I noticed, the heated steering wheel actually has 3 levels to it. So there's auto, and then sort of high and low, and then off. Heated ventilated seats on the left, and then same thing with on the right for the passenger side. Your rear defrost, your mirror defrost as well. Your actual temperature, your fan speed, all kinds of stuff. You can see your hazard lights there, the radio dial. One thing I wish is that the power logo would stay upright. So you can see as you turn that, I think that center icon would be nice if it was sort of floating and stayed upright. Yeah, some more USB charger ports. Again, I mentioned that wireless charging pad. So a really sort of interesting spot for that. Your phone would just sit upright, which really does make sense instead of it laying down, say in this section here. This view, that's part of your 360 camera. This is the parking assist. And then the actual gear selector. So this is very much like the Priuses in the past. So you would go over and then down to drive, or over and up to reverse. Or if you just hold it over, you'll go to neutral. And then this here would be to put the car in park. So as soon as you're in reverse, you can see the 360 camera come on. So just like always, as you turn that line, turn that steering wheel, sorry, those lines will change. Some different settings in here. You can configure it. Yeah. And then as soon as you're back into drive, same thing at very low speeds, you can have a forward facing camera come on. And then if we press this view button here, so it sort of shows like a augmented reality. You can see the actual vehicle. It's funny, you can actually change the color of the vehicle. So depending on which color car you got, make that the same. Yeah. This has a really interesting design. You can see the actual vehicle, sort of like a clear view. And then as you turn the steering wheel, wow. So I haven't even had a chance to look through all of this yet. So when the steering wheel is dead straight, it shows a forward view. And then as you turn to the left, to the right, sorry, and then also to the left, it will switch the other way. They're really interesting. That's that forward view. This here would just be to turn on and off the auto. Actually close it. And then the other button there, that's for your park assist. So it's sort of like a parallel parking assist. So right now, just seatbelt is unfastened. So there's a lot of safety features on the vehicle. Won't let you access all these features unless you're sort of actually ready to drive. But really, really nice looking vehicle. It's crazy what Toyota's done recently with their cars, their new models for North America. The Crown, as most people know, is very common sort of overseas in Japan, but we've never had them in Canada and in the United States before. So I'm really pleased to see this. Definitely curious to see what the feedback is going to be from customers. Curious to see how they'll look on the road in a few years. Some more controls for your dome lights, your door lights. This will be for your roadside assistance, little SOS button there. So thank you again for watching this episode of Toyota Talk on this 2023 Toyota Crown Platinum. We definitely got some more new inventory coming. Toyota's definitely doing some exciting things with some new models, new trim levels, new colors, everything like that. So there'll be some more videos coming up in the near future. But if there's any specific features on this car you want to see more in depth, let me know. We can do a video on that one. But as always, this is Clayton Bannon, one of the sales managers here at Orangeville Toyota. So be sure to like and comment and subscribe because, like I said, there'll be some more videos coming up soon.